up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Banless hits, market goes crazy. Y'all know what's good. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers, so please help us get there. If you like what we do here, leave a comment down below. If not, it is all good. Let's go ahead and drop the info, drop the prices, and let's get into some of this craziness. Arch Nemesis Protoss has just completely skyrocketed, as you can tell. This card was pretty much worth nil, and now it is just kind of going crazy. It was in the $4 to $5 range, and then it just shot up right here with the graph. You got near mint first edition for 32 with the shipping, so we're looking at about 33, 34. White plate first dead, 34. Looking right here in like, yeah, 2 cents off, 34, 34, right here in the 34 range. So looking at about like, $34, $35. You're probably looking about like $30 to $35 for Arch Nemesis Protoss, which if you had a whole bunch of these kind of like stacked up, you're winning. If you had these, if you had the deck back in the day and you just remembered it, boom, you're winning. To be honest, I'm gonna have to look through to see if I kind of pick some up, because I did buy a couple collections, so I might kind of find some of these, but as of right now, I don't think I have any. It hurts my soul. But speaking of other stuff that aren't as high but still very hyped, is Thunder Dragon Colossus. So this one coming off the list is extremely interesting, because you do have a couple of other cards that are going to be affected by this. So I'm probably going to have to do like a secondary market watch, but I'm going to release it, I got to release it later. I can't do them all like in one day. So I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking of other stuff, like not only just the the Thunder Dragon monsters, but you have things like Nemesis Condor that they could be going up, and a couple other Thunder cards that have come out recently that potentially could go into some kind of big crazy Thunder deck. I know that the Bystials work really well with Thunder monsters, so there's a lot of synergy with cards that, there's a lot of synergy with cards that have just recently came out, and on top of that, there's a couple of cards that the Thunder Dragon just have never had before. So we are going to see what is going on here. If you got the ultra rare, these are they're pretty pricey. I think these are going for around like $2 to be honest, because these were holding a bit of value. Yeah, like if you look at it around here, they were like in the about $3 range. They're about like $3, and they just kind of like shot up to about almost twice that much. We're looking at like $6.24 with the shipping included. So like near mint first day, you're looking at about like $6-7 like for this card, but the original one is what a lot of people are probably gonna be going after. I think I have one of these ultra, but I might have like one or two secret kind of laying around, so I'm gonna have to look for those very soon. Light plate first dead, you got 15. We're looking about like $15-16 like for this card, like just light play first dead, maybe. Potentially, it depends. You find someone might be able to get you like a near mint first dead for like this price, but you're probably paying about $20 for the first edition copy of this card. In all honesty, I would just go for the ultra. Like I said, this right here is something that a lot of people are gonna be freaking out about, and Konami doesn't, like I said, doesn't always work out, but Konami doesn't just release stuff saying we'll see what happens. They've done a bit of their research, and even though they can't predict everything, because there's so many cards, there's so many different like once they release a list of the players, it a whole bunch of different hands, a whole bunch of different minds, a whole bunch of different scenarios start to come up that maybe they couldn't possibly see. So we're gonna see, maybe this is the right time for it to come back, and it's just like a pretty good boss monster for a good tier 1.5. Maybe it's even good for like a rogue deck that someone comes up with. So we will see about Thunder Dragon Colossus. We're looking at about like $15 to $20 for this card, secret rare. Magic Spectre Unicorn Kieran finally coming off the list. I believe the past two lists, it's been kind of hyped and speculated, especially ever since we heard about the new Magic Spectre support. So this one right here doesn't surprise me too much, because eventually we're gonna get it back. But maybe some people thought we were gonna get Electromite back before we got this card. Either way, it doesn't matter. You are paying around $4 to $5 for this card, no matter which one you have right here. So this is a 2016 version from the pack. Light plate unlimbs, you're looking at like $4 to $5. Light plate first dead, like light plate, yeah, you're looking about like $4 to $5 for this card. Similar, there's gonna be a very similar price to the original one. The original one is probably just going to vary, maybe like a little bit more. You got like these near mint ones for $270. Oh, okay. So you got these $270, so that's about $3. So you got these ones for about $4. Probably the whole phenomenon how like things that come out from the tin during this era are just harder to get than the ones that came out from the original pack. So you're looking at right here near mint, you're paying about like $3 to about $4 for this card. So like I said, it depends on what you want. If you want the original, you're paying a little bit less. If you want the reprint, you're paying a little bit more. Chicken game. This right here, start digging your bulk, everyone, because everyone should have at least a couple copies of this, especially if you've been just holding on. If you've been buying random bulk, you should have some. If you've been collecting bulk for the past like 10 years, just throwing it in, you might have some. But right here, this is just Like it was like a $1 card too, so like I gotta like I'm kind of glad that I didn't kind of search through every single one of my boxes to like get every single possible penny out. Sometimes I kind of like to leave stuff like this because you never know when cards like this could kind of come back. So we're looking at My Play First Hit for like $3.74, and My Play First Hit for $4, $4.19. We're just paying like $5 for these cards because they only have one printing. There's one printing, it's common. The next reprint set, I guarantee we are going to get a reprint this card, so get rid of this right now. If you have them and you don't want to use them, get rid of them now before you end up, losing out on them. I'll say that right here, right now. Title Dragon Ruler of Waterfall. So this right here was a little bit interesting. I've been hoping that the Dragon Rulers, all the Dragon Rulers came back, and I'm finally. And I they're finally here, but Yu-Gi-Oh's in a state where maybe they're not. Okay, I shouldn't just say maybe. They are definitely not enough anymore. Like there is no just put the Dragon Lures in a deck and surround them with a couple Mystic Dragons and this and that. Like I believe there can be a Dragon Ruler deck there, especially if, like I said, I mentioned in my balance video how I believe Konami is trying to promote a more back and forth gameplay with the game, and I believe that like with the Dragon Rulers being able to bring themselves back and and being able to load the graveyard the way we are able to now, I believe that something could happen, but at the same time it's always a gamble throwing older decks into the newer play styles. You do have the secret rares for these going like really high. You got them right. They were I guess like a couple days ago they were even higher, but then they kind of started to like dip down here. You got light play damage for like 8. Light play damage. Light play limited for like 485. So we're looking at around like $5 to $6 for this card. It was kind of going up higher. Like I said, the initial hype is gonna skyrocket this stuff, and then people realize that wait, there's no proof, so it's gonna kind of like fall back down. So we're looking at about like $6 for the secret rare title. The rare title is probably going to vary. I think it's going to be, I won't say, yeah, this like damage version right here, but then once you get past all the damage ones, you light play first hit, you're like 294. So yeah, so we're pretty much playing around like $3, $4, we're playing like $5 for this. We're playing like $5 for the rare, 6, 7 for the secret right now. If you just want your one copy, I would just get the secret, but maybe wait a little bit longer, because like I said, I don't feel there's just gonna be some big random splash. You probably have a little bit of time, and also all the Dragon Lords are probably gonna get their reprint, so they might get reprinted in secret again, or maybe they might come out in the new legendary collection, like the not legendary collection, the anniversary collection 2. I keep calling it legendary collection, the anniversary collection 2. They maybe bam, they'll just freaking throw them all in there and all the different rarities, and you don't even have to worry about it. So to be honest, unless you don't have them and you're planning to do Dragon Ruler stuff, but if you're not, then just don't worry about it, just wait for the big reprint. Same with these ones right here. You're looking at like the secret blaster for like on the $4 mark right here. The rare one is only about $1. They go for about like $1.50 with the shipping. So let's say they're about like $2 for the rares, and the secret rares right now, they like I said, they were kind of going crazier because of all the different hype that they receive, but they are like up there a little bit. You got the light play limited for about $7.06, so we're looking about like $7 for this card. Like I said, unless you absolutely need a copy, just like I said, go with the more affordable versions. Go with the rare. Go with the common that came out. Like you don't need to do anything like that. Because like I said, they're probably gonna get their reprint, and they're gonna get reprinted and like probably like a better looking secret. So yeah, just go and wait there. Same thing with Redox. So you got like the rare Redox going for about like $150 with the shipping. We're looking at about like $2.50, maybe like $3 in that range. And the secret rare right here, it's kind of like similar deal. Even though like this one, a lot of people said this was gonna be the one with the more use. But it's Year of Fire, so a lot of people kind of want the fire one. You got the mod play near mint for about like $2.25 with the $1.25 shipping. So looking about like $3 to $5 for this card. But like I said, they're going to get I know it's pretty. It's one of those calls where it's like one of those like obvious calls. But they're gonna get their big reprint, especially when they get a chance to put them all like in one big set again. And the last card we're going to talk about here is Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms. You got a lot of different versions of Tempest because like Tempest was one of the first ones that came off, so they're really trying to like push it out there. It's premium gold for about 5 cents, super rare for 15 cents, rare for like like even lower 25 cents. This secret rare though, I believe is probably going to be in the same $4 to $7 range. Let's see, damage limited, heavily play limited. There's nothing to go off of here. Let's see, live done. Should have checked the price, but I did not. Okay, here we go. Like light play. Okay, light play limited with 4 with the 122 shipping, so we're at 465. So we're looking at probably like yeah, we're looking at $5 for the secret rare Tempest. Like I said, just get the budget versions. You don't need to get the expensive stuff. If you have these versions though, and you've been holding them thinking they're gonna go up, I like I said, I really feel like they're gonna be released in the anniversary collection, and they're gonna have their their freaking like their super, their ultra, their prismatic collector, their freaking prismatic, like prismatic ultimate rare and stuff. So I would get rid of these now, get your value before before they lose the value completely. All right, guys, that's it for the video. There's gonna be a second market watch coming soon, talking about other cards. That list didn't have time to fit all in one. But peace out. Catch you in the next one.